Well, welcome everybody to the COD Rec League quarterfinal match of bronze mix. Minnesota Floppr versus Chicago Hunted here. We're in for a banger. It's me, Gun Puppet, on the desk with my best it changes the calculus, I think.
Honestly, both know there's a chance they're fighting for 3 seconds right now.
Yeah, it's bronze
Yeah,
after all. I'm gonna be honest. I played into this division. I would full send a point at 3 seconds.
But like, but then the teammates are like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "I just got us 3 seconds, man. What are you been doing?"
And then we lose by 249, 250. It's like, well, you should have got those 3 seconds.
It's like, gosh, dude. I was there. I could have 1v3'd, got the 3 seconds, and rotated. What's your problem?
That's the bronze mindset. I could just do it all. I'm
But
the only member on my
sometimes
team.
it works out like that, though. I mean, that's a great part. Look at this. Just look at the kill feed. There's been so much purple in this kill feed. And you look over at the stats, the raw stats, like Dink is 29 and 12, Dank is 29 and 14. Like, these guys are slaying out of their minds right now. And in that entire time, though, like Destin, we've got Chicago Hunted really keeping up in the score. Only being down 50 is pretty crazy. Like, the way the scoreline was going, you would fully expect this to be like a 100-point difference easy, which is what we're slowly climbing our way towards, in fairness, but still.
Yeah, I'm honestly like in kind of a little bit of disbelief. Like, I'm not fully convinced the scoreboard is accurate. I mean, I know it is, but it's like Think and Dank are combining for 65 and 26.
That's so
like
crazy.
That is insane. And you're right. It's like
series player right there.
The fact that like the score is not like total obliteration is like incredible. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm giving Chicago not enough credit for their strategic playing as it is, but like, there you go, some green in the kill feed, maybe take over at P4. Can you hold it is the question, because you're gonna need to. Again, like, don't know how much time is left on the point, but it's like, look at that P1 area, it's all purple, and like, they just like know that whatever they want they could take. Like, they're just challenging this, just running right into it, all purple in the kill feed. And it's like Chicago, it's like, man, if Chicago can warm up, we might have a battle here. But Minnesota is just like having everything this match.
And what are you gonna do about it, right? I mean, Dink and Dank are just having their way, just doing their thing. I mean, so is Maddie, and like okay as well, just getting that time. Doing a good job staying alive on that time, trying to play around these teammates that are slaying out, trying to capitalize on everything they're gaining on the map and doing a good job there. But the 70-point difference, I mean, more than that now, it's 80, 90-point difference now, is looking pretty spicy as Minnesota Floppr, looking pretty solid. The kills going pretty back and forth right now, though, as Chicago just trying to sneak on this hill, get as much time as they can. They've done a pretty good job on P1 this entire game, right? I mean, they've kept it pretty contested. I think they come out with the majority time on it outside of the very first one, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the one surprise. It's like in like a match where like Minnesota is just winning the kill feed like hand over fist. It's like P1 is the one that you give up, like, really?
Right,
but I mean, yeah. I mean, Chicago's doing it though. Man, again, I wish I knew how much time was left that they were fighting for, but like Chicago is like, they're in a bad position. They got to fight over this P2, and Minnesota, they're just ready. Like, they read that kitchen push, and they just had 2 players there, one in the corner, and that was it. Chicago takes over P1 again. Like, I would love to know how many points on their scoreline comes from P1 alone. It feels like a lot, but now Chicago in the back foot trying to take over this P2, but like, it's all purple over there. Chicago trying to push through kitchen again, but you know, it's like 13 points.
But like every corner Chicago player was going around there for a second. There was 3 people shooting at them individually. It was insane. Like, even now it's still happening. You chow out, you're like, I got a 1v1, and there's 3 purple players in front of you just laying down lead that is insanely accurate. These guys are doing a great job playing together in some solid time. But 249 to 170, this should be the end of it right here. We see them fighting for some scrap. Well, I don't know how much time is left, but some scraps, I'm assuming, out of Chicago, but they have to fight for every second. Minnesota Floppr going to probably try to break in here. They should have some success. 2 kills, 3 kills on the board. Potato has to get it done. Unfortunately, going to lose because he wasn't on the hill. And just like that, Minnesota Floppr going to take map 1, 250 to 179. Well, probably outslaying by well over double. Is like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, which is like the most impressive part on Chicago's side.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, man, what a coordinated team Minnesota was. I mean, even down to the names, Dink and Dank. I'm guessing
that A site and B site are both going to be a little interesting. So we're going to see where at this level we decide planting the bomb is better. Looks like B site does seem to be the target. Doing a little bit of a mid-cross, so you never know. Still could change it up. So Chicago Hunted going to be on defense. Minnesota Floppr going to be on the offensive side. So you can get this first pick. You would imagine probably going to be Minnesota because the gun skill has been pretty insane. But Chicago, they do move around the map pretty well.
Yeah, a little bit of a fight going on over here. Like, I think
Chicago knows
Minnesota
their
has.
defense, right?
Sorry?
I said Chicago
Oh.
knows they're on defense, right?
No, they're just trying to like full on like roam and battle it, just rush at each other. But it looks like they lost that. Minnesota, the gun skill has continued. Finally, the Empire strikes back here, 2v2. That bomb seemingly will get planted at A, or not. But yeah, I mean, you have a little bit of a mixy situation from Minnesota here, kind of boxed in. Yeah, and they come through the vent, come from behind, but Potato goes down. It's all up to Corazon. It's gonna hit back their spawn and recollect themselves, but yeah, I mean, quite a fight going on here on the map.
Yeah, how you gonna have yourself a 1v2? Gets saved up pretty good, stays alive though. We've had a couple situations like this already in this round where someone just stays alive barely. But Corazon trying to make it happen for the team. May have found himself a little bit of gap. Never mind, not at all. They read that one pretty well. They probably heard the drop or something. But gonna be a 1-0 start for the side of Minnesota. Just like that, first offensive round on the board. And I mean, hey, that'll happen when you get 2 first bloods in the opening salvo, though.
Yeah, that's definitely to your advantage. They did, like, Chicago didn't manage to even it up a little bit, but once they kind of split up, and I think Potato went down trying to flank, yeah, it was gonna be hard for Corazon, especially coming through that same vent. Minnesota was just on it. They know the map. Chicago on the offensive side pick up the bomb. Looks like it might be another similar situation of both teams kind of running at each other in this like midsection of the map. This time though, the first blood goes to Chicago. Corazon making up for lost time last round. But at 3v4, Chicago has the advantage. They definitely do not want to blow this as the bomb makes its way to what seems like the B bomb site.
You're gonna have Maddie and Dink up against all 4 players of Chicago. This bomb gonna get planted at the A site. Maddie kind of sniffing a player out solo over here. That number 48 player on the map who is running away. Going back to regroup with the teammates. Ooh, Potato helping out though, just like that. Nice little like pinch basically happening right there. So now gonna be a 1v4 as Dink by himself against all of Chicago. He's gonna get pushed in a little bit. I mean, they're just keeping him back, being okay. That was a little bit risky, but we stay alive. So if you're Chicago, looking good. Never mind. They're gonna lose 1. Potato now chowing out. Gonna get some nice gunshots off, but not gonna win it. Dink though, smelling something's a little bit off. His spidey senses are tingling. Knows he's probably gonna get pushed from behind, but now gonna be a 1v2. 17 seconds remaining. Takes 7.5 seconds to defuse. So quite a while. So he needs these kills, and he needs them literally now, or it's chalked, and it's looking a little chalked.
Looking chalked indeed. It's a good win for Chicago though. The hunted become the hunters there. Pretty good like first blood and then kind of carrying the kills. Dink did look like they could bring it back there with that really nice 2-piece, but you know, I think at that point when it's like a 4v1 situation, it's like if you could just like wrap that final player up in gunfights and while time is burning, and then they're a little bit scared, they press back into their spawn as they heal, yada yada yada. I mean, that's kind of just all you need to do. Minnesota ran out of time there, and Chicago, they get that offensive win. So good on them.
Big round right there. Tie things up 1-1. Both teams getting their offensive roundings. We see Chicago back on defense, Minnesota back on offense. Going towards the A-bomb site here. First gunfight goes through. Mainland's going to win that one. It gets a second one as well. 2 big kills coming through. Now, the side of Minnesota Floppr, they do return 1. Now going to be a 2v3 though. Have to be a little bit careful. Maddie on a quick siding. Like, you gotta be careful. Don't want to get your head ripped off. Can't afford to lose another player. But now going to be a 1v3. Maddie versus the world.
Maddie versus the world, indeed. Chicago not overplaying this, just letting Maddie come to them. But Maddie has an issue, which is they got to pick up the bomb. And Chicago knows where that bomb is, right by the A side. If you're Maddie, you have a lot of work to do. You got 40 seconds on the clock, which is the good news, but you're going to have to probably figure out how to get a few picks here. Definitely figure out how to get to that A bomb site that definitely has eyes on you. You get caught out crossing mid-map, though. You get some tags on you. And now it might be the vent play, but you have a player waiting for it. I don't know if they heard him melee that. Definitely heard that. Maddie tries to get that player, comes out the vent, but ends up getting cut down. Chicago is up 2-1. And it's all been like whoever gets the first blood wins the round. Let's see if that continues.
I mean, with a map like this, when you're talking about the division we're like watching here, pretty common, right? I mean, First bloods are going to be much more impactful than really anything else. I mean, anywhere, any level, any map, obviously a first blood's going to be game changing. It's SND, right? Being down a player the entire round is kind of a problem. But Chicago so far up 2-1 as far as the first bloods is concerned and on the round. So Minnesota Floppr though back on defense. We'll see if they can take this. So Chicago hunted, making their way towards A. They've got trophies this time around ready to go in their favor. Dink though, first player comes through, barely gets that kill. Dink is duo gonna get a kill as well, and just like that, 2v4 closes that door as well on the way out. Shout out Dank for that nice play.
But you know what they say, when one door closes, another opens. A trade opens up. CZ tries to make the James Bond play with that Omni movement showcase, but eventually does get cut down. Minnesota evens it up. And now Minnesota will be on the offense, bring it to a 3-2. That was a pretty, I don't know, even round, I would say. Just kind of trades all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like Chicago is definitely looking better here, I think, like gun skill wise than map 1. They're definitely playing with Minnesota. Yeah.
Definitely feels like it's a lot more 1-to-1. Like pretty much, and that goes for like literally every player, right? It feels like they can win any gunfight they get in. Whereas map 1, it felt like, I mean, literally like 60 to 70% of their gunfights were going against them. But opener right there coming in. Just like that, Dink with an opening first blood for Minnesota Floppr. Second kill comes in as well as Maddie picks up one. They close that door on the way as well. Get that bomb down. 2v4 advantage. Bomb in their favor. Maidenless on the flank, though. Maybe a chance to pull something off. Never mind. Maddie reads that one out. Gets the free kill. That's easy. 1v4. Doesn't get it done. Minnesota Floppr, another round on the board.
Yeah, another round on the board. I don't know what to say about that one, honestly. Minnesota just kind of gets the bomb down and just kind of slays out. This is like a very well-practiced team. It seems like they have like every spot covered. I feel like a lot of trust in their teammates to know that their back is covered. Like that's a lot. Like when I play with my bronze teams, I think like a lot of the trouble comes from people not trusting their teammates and two people looking at the same location and then somebody comes up from behind. Minnesota though looks good. This is a mixed team again, but they look so very coordinated. It's very impressive.
Maddie increases to 7-3. Another first blood for Maddie. Is going to lose the teammate in the process, though. Potato follows up with another one. That's going to be a 2v3 advantage to the side of Chicago. Okay, though, trying to equal things up. Does it? And just like that, 2v2. About to lose his life, though. Got to be careful. Getting shot in the back. Doesn't quite notice it as Corzon. He's going to get a nice one there. Now going to be a 1v2. Dink hunting a little bit here. Ooh.
Yeah, 2v1. I think it's the last one left, but I mean, you know, judging by map number 1, this guy's insane. He could definitely pull it off. See him trying to scout out Potato, and he does. Potato peeks and gets cut down. It's Corazon versus Dink with 28 seconds on the clock. Dink has enough time to work with, making some noise in one location. Just trying to confuse Corazon a little bit. But going to come out this window, going to see Corazon. Corazon doesn't see him. He slides in, and Dink gets it. That's a nice clutch up play. 2v1 brings Minnesota up 4-2 in the round. In the map.
The Dinkster is a god. I tell you what, this guy's pretty good at god right here. This guy is a bronze mix. You get to play against this guy. How you tell me? You were saying that earlier, right? You're saying pool. You didn't necessarily play against.
Hold on. Let me check. Because I guarantee if we played them, they'd probably 3-0'd us.
Oh, yeah. No questions asked. Double 3-0. They 3-0'd you in the control and the series.
I'm gonna look really embarrassed if I wasn't in that pool
Dink.
and I was just flaming the mods. No, we did play them. We did. No, we did. Yeah, we did play them. They did 3-0 us. Yeah.
Okay. Was it a close 3-0 though?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
No, that can be. But Minnesota Floppr up 4-2 at the moment. Nobody dead yet. That's a positive. Because they're on the attacking side. Oop, that nade's gonna probably get a little bit of damage off here. Never mind. Dank though wants to follow this up. The submachine gun player wants to play aggressive, but just like that, Maddie with another first blood does go down though, so that's gonna be a 1-for-1 on the map. Steezy gonna follow it up though, so that's gonna equal things out. Well, not equal things out, give the advantage to Chicago. Dink 1v3 potential, now a 1v2, makes it a 1v1, has to try to stay alive. Last player is gonna be Potato. Potato has been in a couple of these situations. Pretty much is the first one to die in every single one of them. Not his fault, just pointing it out. But now is the last one alive. And Dink's on a 6 streak looking for a 7.
I think there's a lot of pressure on this 1v1 on the side of Potato. I mean, if you lose this, it's a 5v2 in the round count, and
Tough.
that is going to be tough to overcome. Bomb goes down at B. Dink goes back into a little bit of a hiding spot. Potato doesn't see him, and Dink just catches him at the right moment. 5v2, Minnesota looks like they might be able to take this one unless Chicago pulls out a miracle in the next 4 rounds.
Now, if you had to guess, how many first bloods would you say that the side of Minnesota has?
Pop quiz. I mean, 5? I mean,
Ding, ding,
just going by
ding.
their round count. Have you been keeping track?
I do. Every single series I keep track of
Wow.
first bloods and
This
who
is
got
why
them. And who got them? Matt's got 2 first bloods. Dink's got 2. Dank's got 1. Corzon's got 1. Made's got 1. Boom. There you go.
You are. This is why you get paid the big bucks. I just can't compete.
This is why they got me casted. Mix. Okay, Maddie, here we go, baby. Guess who's got 3 first bloods now?
3v2 situation cut down to a 2v2. You see Potato trying to do Potato things, but you got the duo, Dink and Dank, trying to carry this one over the finish line. They just need to get Maidenless, who has the bomb, and currently deciding between the 2 bomb sites. But Minnesota has wide coverage here. Picks B, but oh, we got the RCXD. Oh, this would be so dirt. Okay, but surely.
Yeah.
Surely Dank knows. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was gonna say, going for that plant is dangerous right now. The Maidenless is gonna get cut off, taken out, just like that. 6-2 victory to the side of Minnesota.
Man, do the RCXCs ever get a kill? Like, I feel like you could be literally under the guy.
That one time
And-
Scrap did it.
One time? Is it one time in the history of the game?
Yeah, but that was like a really funny moment. Did you?
No, I was too busy
Yeah.
grinding. Yeah.
The same. I was playing season 1. I regret that decision. Yeah. Just kidding. But Rewind was pretty fun before. I don't know why it got removed in the first place, to be honest. I thought it was like one of the better hardpoint maps. Personally, I'm also goofy. So Minnesota Floppr, though, opening things up on this Hasi and the control as the offensive team. Steezy on a quick little flank and missed a couple shots there. Unfortunately, the lineup kind of didn't end up the way they wanted it to, but that's going to happen. But Corzon did clean things up, so Minnesota Floppr not getting much there. Are you seeing what I'm seeing as far as picks on the top is concerned? That's hilarious. But we can still see them on the individual objectives, but on the top, there's kind of funny.
This is so annoying.
How do they mess this up worse and worse every week, bro? I don't get it. It's every week something new is wrong.
2 steps forward and 1 step backwards.
Like, we got number 48 on the map, and we can't see how many ticks they have. They've got newsflash. They got 1 tick on B, working on the second, because we can see the objective on the mini map. Thank God it's not Halo, because otherwise we would have no idea.
It looks like they're gonna get B. I'm gonna be honest. Like, my resolution is not great. I don't know if I can see
Yeah, full
everything
B
in
cap. You're
exact
right.
detail.
We're good.
Okay, full B cap. Chicago trying to defend this A point. Minnesota is already on it. Some trades come through. That'll be good enough, though. 3 down on the side of Minnesota. Pretty even live count. Chicago down a little bit, which is not what you want to see.
Okay.
Yeah, okay is a problem.
He's alive?
Okay, okay.
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 Okay. And then Dank
Go
and Dink
off.
making their way up the map to help out as well.
Yeah, now this is where the team playing comes in. You have
8 point starting to get capped. First tick on
Yep.
on A. Second tick well on the way. And Dink is
Yep.
being Dink.
He's just
Okay,
holding
the
it
Dinkster-
down.
The Dinkster doing his thing.
Think just
Teammates
holding
there
it
to
down in
follow
the
up.
back.
Second tick is gone. Third tick well on the way. Stack the point where to gyms. We got 3 people on. No one here to stop it for the most part. You got to dive in. You got to go. There we go. Potato. Gonna clutch up. Never mind. Is gonna get taken down just like that. All 3 ticks gone on both objectives, and boom. Round is over.
Round is over. Great,
So they're
great
up-
effort by Minnesota.
Up 1-0 with 6 ticks. It's like, I mean, a little bit of a rough start, right? At the very beginning of the offense, there kind of got shut down right away, and then on the B site, and then pretty much right the second push just never ended, right? Like there was always one person alive to like continue just getting time forever after that. So
Yeah, I mean that was really like solid playing in terms of like You have OK, and then Dink
I
when
think the
OK goes
OK
down.
play is way bigger than it seems, especially at a division level like this. Like someone getting getting a kill, being followed, and then getting lost like that is a massive. Like you could probably
Yeah.
contest this at the level. Like people are worried. Like people are going to be worried about that, and they're probably going to hunt that player down. Which we saw someone try to hunt him down. It just didn't
Yep.
work out because the Dinkster shut him down.
Yep, it just kind of stops the map when you have a player like that to deal with, and I mean that's how you get one player on Minnesota stopping the clock and just capturing points. But I think you kind of see this happening with Chicago now. I mean, they're pushing into 10. They're trying to get this number one player and Dink down, but Dink just goes on a 3-piece. Best laid plans just get shut down. You do get, I think, two ticks on B.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people there right now. It looks like 2 ticks. Looks like 2 ticks fully secured. There's a lot of people in the area. You couldn't really tell, but. Yeah, we're good.
But yeah.
Oh, Corzon almost made a clutch play right there for the boys, but ended up getting taken down by Dank. Dank and Dink, once again, off to a great start. The Dinkster, 11-7, and Dank, 13-4. Make it 14-4. Make it 15-4.
Man,
Maddie
what a
going
slide
after
out of Maddie. Still trying to get this B point, though. Now you see, this is where Minnesota really spreads their wings. Now it's kind of the reverse of what they did last time. Now they're trying to get up in Chicago's grill, trying to stop the number 7 Steezy, but Steezy makes it through. Now trying to go back and maybe hold down some Minnesota players, but there's no Minnesota players back there. Dink, meanwhile, is sending Chicago back to their spawn. Finally, you get a kill for Steezy. You might be able to wrap this B with your teammate in Corzon, but Minnesota's on that too. You're just not getting enough kills on Minnesota players to just really get a solid clearance here. B does go down. Now you got to worry about A. 2 down for purple. That's going to make a difference, but it's all going to come down to how Minnesota responds on the save point. Chicago, opportunity to tie in tick count at least. Tick count. Dink.
It's looking good right now. We got 3 on, stacked to point where the gym's 1 up above as well. You can hop on very easily, but the second tick should be gone just like that. Third tick well on the way as well. 2 kills coming in for Minnesota, 2 for 2 on the map. Minnesota, you got to dive in right now. It's over. Chicago follow up with 6 ticks. I mean,
Damn.
The Dinkster and Dank were slaying out. I thought it was chalked, but Chicago said, just like map 1, nah, we're just more efficient in actually getting on time.
Yeah, that was... I didn't even, like... I don't know. What happened on that A zone there? Did Chicago just collapse and get the kills? Because they didn't have a player, go up in their spawn, right?
I think low-key they kind of just got lucky because, like, it was like the 3rd push or whatever towards there. A couple players from Minnesota tried to push their spawn. They died at the same time. Like, because they tried to make a play together, one from below, one from above, and the one below died, and the one above misread where the players were going to push to and accidentally ran right into, like, 3 guns aiming at him. But I think losing those 2 players, because I think it was like Dink and Maddie, right? No, it was Dink and Maddie. So it's like you're losing losing some shooters, you know.
It's a new round though. Maybe Chicago can win the defense. That would be so clutch for them, considering how these offenses have gone. But it's trades all around. 2 down, 2 down.
Maybe an A priority for Minnesota this time? Nah, they're still going Minnesota.
There's okay with there's Dink with the same play, getting up in their grill. Might get caught by this number 6 player in Potato.
Oh, he's doing.
But man, what a clap on B.
Dink is cooking right now. Yeah, he's gonna push right through that. Yeah, the Dinkster's on one right now. He just got shot by his teammate. That's crazy. Main list though does go down just like that. The stack is on this B point stack. The point word to gyms. We talk about it a lot, but the more people on there, the faster it goes. This thing's going like the Flash right now. 1 tick left on that. It's going to be gone. Should get captured here momentarily. Number 8 is going to try to sneak on. Corzon gets 1 kill. Going for the second. Gets some good damage, but doesn't pick it up. Unfortunately, but his teammate Potato does clean that up. They get the A site clear as well. Now, pretty good opportunity to kind of push things back in if they need to.
Yeah, you do have some time being collected at A while your teammates are trying to finish up on B. Steezy coming from behind. Should be good to maybe scout out that Maddie player, who actually just appears to be going in Chicago spawn. B looks like it will be completed. Yeah, I mean, Chicago goes down. B will be completed. You got time on A. Thankfully, Maddie goes down in their spawn, but Chicago, you got to get on A. You have Dank just wrapping around. Yeah, getting 3 down for Chicago. Can't have that happen.
Pretty sure they just went 9-1 kill death right there on 4. And a lot of that was just spawn killing. Yeah, it's tough. Minnesota going to get on that point, get A stacked up. They got the first tick on there, second tick working on it as well. They've got some spawn kills going, but Corzon kind of breaks through, gets that first kill. Going to get a little bit of damage down maybe towards this point, but that A point is about to be gone. You got to dive on it now. He's gonna push on through, but a little bit too late. That's 3 offensive rounds in a row where all like both teams got 6 ticks. Where at the last millisecond, someone was diving on and missed it by like 0.1 seconds.
3 offensive wins. I think we're living in the Twilight Zone. I think up is down and down is up. This is not what's supposed to happen, Scene Cat.
And the Dinkster's 27 and 12.
I think Dink has like somewhere to be. Like I think he has like a date that he's got to run to. But he really wants to hurry this one up.
I mean, gotta be, right? Dank as well, right? Maybe they got a date together. We don't know. They're a duo, right?
They are a duo.
So you never know. 20 and
Never
10,
know.
27 and 12. Map 1, they had like basically identical stats as well. So Dank falling a little bit behind this time. So hey, a little bit tough. We'll see if he can catch back up to his duo. We're assuming they're a duo. You never know. Dank and Dink may have just randomly been matched with each other. And look at that. Dank picking up 3 right there.
Yeah, that's all 4 down on Chicago. Chicago on the attacking side. They're the ones that got to run across the map. They just get cut down as soon as they get into their lobby. Welcome desk not very welcoming this time around. Now Chicago. Looks like they're trying to get a play for A, but Minnesota's just roaming. They're just getting them from behind, and they're not even that far up on the map. You got number 7, the most pushed up player on the side of Chicago, but they go down. Now Chicago is just like struggling to get out of their spawn.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But when you're up against the Dinkster, who's on a pretty good flank right now, he doesn't even know it. Okay, he's going to go the other way. So that's okay. Hey, we can survive this. Never mind. You're going to get pushed in anyway. Yeah, Dank up there to deal with it. Okay. Jeez. Nobody's safe right now. But one player does sneak through to that B site. Is going to be Steezy there. Has some follow-up help as well. So got to be a little bit careful. Some kills going the way of Chicago. Maddie, though, watching over the top. His window is deadly. Got a couple players following up that point as well. So Chicago got to rush back with those reinforcements. Steezy is just popping that wall like it's hurdles or something. But Dink gets those last 2. Now remember, if Chicago lose this round, they lose the series and they're out of the playoffs. So Minnesota Floppr got to put the pedal to the metal, cut this one down very quickly. A couple players do sneak by, but Minnesota going to quickly start to deal with them. Corzon by himself gets taken down. 15 seconds left. Spawn wave coming in for Chicago. They've got 2 players up there to contend with. That's going to be Dink and Maddie with OK on the way. Corzon going to get 1 before going down, and just like that, another wave of spawn kills. No one near an objective, and Minnesota Floppr should win this 3-1 and take the series in a 3-0 fashion.
Yeah, man, I don't know. There are some maps where it's like it's close to the very last second, but whenever you get a map where like you end it, especially the end of the series where like, you know, Chicago's just in their spawn, just not moving, not doing anything because like there's nothing you can do. Breaks my heart a little bit, especially in playoff season.